Ellis County was one that did not opt to be a dry county way back when they came out of Prohibition, back in the 40s, I think it was. And I don't remember that, but I'm just telling you that's what I read in my history books. So fast forward to the 2000s, there was a movement to allow Sunday liquor sales, because up until then, counties that were wet still could not have sales of liquor on Sundays, and there are some other holidays that summer holidays basically that were they were mandated to be closed. So the city of Hays passed an ordinance to allow that, and then there was public pressure or requests to do it, and the statute has a procedure then that if you pass that kind of an ordinance and there's a petition filed signed by 5% of the number of people who voted in the last general election, then that's put on the ballot. It was, I can't remember what year it was.
2004.
And
In April.
and that election, which was not well attended, by the way, we tried to persuade the county clerk at the time to allow a mail ballot election, and for various reasons they didn't do that. So they had an election, and it was oddly timed and not, part of another election. And so in any event, it did fail, or the petition succeeded, I guess, and they overturned that ordinance. And so that's the status of things now. I did, in anticipation someone might ask this question, I did some more research and determined that there's not a prohibition, not to make a pun, against doing it again. In other words, if a commission decided it was going to pass that ordinance, there's no legal reason that you cannot do that. It would then be subject to petition again, and potentially another election. So that's the history of it, and that's where you got to where you are today. So.
Well, I think with the sales tax declining and trying to find different ways to do revenue, I know we don't lose a lot of revenue to, say, Victoria or Ellis as far as Sunday liquor sales, but to me, it's kind of hypocritical that you can go into Gella's and you can come out of there with a keg of beer or a growler, but you can't buy it at the liquor store, or you can't buy it at Dillon's or any place that sells liquor. So I think this is something that we ought to look at on a future work session.